All right. Hello, everyone. Hello.
Theresa Chandler is an incredible asset to our office. She works very well with all of the elected officials, all of the township assessors, and all of the religious institutions as well. You might have saw her. She might be even at your church. You don't know. We don't know. Maybe she was there. I don't know. But anyways, we're here tonight to do one thing, and that is to talk about property taxes. So let us get right into it. Theresa, here's the game plan. We're going to go over this this appeal presentation, and then I am going to offer you my favorite part of the night, which is the Q&A. So when we get to the Q&A, that's when we'll jump in, and that's what we'll do tag team question and answer. All right?
Sounds good, Hector. I'm ready.
Let's do this. So let me share my screen. Add to stream. All right, ladies and gentlemen, building a better assessor's office. Before we go any further, actually, what I want to do is I want to let everyone know that we do have our team in the comments section right now. We are streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. And Theresa has an announcement for you guys later about our third social media platform that we're going to be streaming from very soon as well. You already know how we like to operate here at the assessor's office. We like to be on the cutting edge, forefront, try to push this information forward. So if you have a question, go ahead and write it in the comments section. Someone from our team will be in there answering, and then we will do a collective Q&A at the end. Shout out to Priscilla, to Michelle, to Maura, to Angelina, Kelwin, Nicole, everyone who's here tonight working together. This is not a one-man team. This is a team operation. So now let's dive right in. So building a better assessor's office. What you see in front of you right now are two different notices from the county. The one on the left-hand side is from our office. The one on the right-hand side is from the treasurer's office. Now, the reassessment notice, when you receive this, it'll have a picture of your house on the top right-hand corner. It will give you all the important information about your tax bill. It will give you your PIN number, your township, your neighborhood code, construction type, age, property class, all the important things you need for your information, for you to know, right? These are things you should know as a homeowner or at least have access to. Underneath there, right here in this area, you'll see what your home was worth previously. Then at the very bottom, this is a sample notice, so don't freak out. Their deadline was Monday, April 29th, 2019. So if you receive one of these, your deadline will be at the very bottom. On the right-hand side, this comes from the Cook County Treasurer's Office. This is a tax bill. I repeat, this is a tax bill. You should receive two of these a year, a blue one in February, which is 55% of the entire previous year's bill, and then a yellow one in July, which has your exemptions on it. Before we continue, we get this question all the time. Hey, what are the different pieces of this tax bill? Well, I'm going to break it down for you very quickly. See this area right here that I'm circling? Well, I'm not circling, but I am circling with my arrow. Those are the taxing districts, the tax levies in your area. Very specific to your area. It'll show you what last year's total amount was. It'll tell you what this year's total amount was and where that money is actually going. These are the taxing bodies in your specific township. We have no control over this, right? Each of these taxing bodies, they go over a budget, typically around October, November, December of the previous year, come up with a budget, and then that's where these numbers come from. The second thing you want to look at on your tax bill, actually, is right here in the bottom, left-hand corner, tax calculator. This has your important information. This has last year's assessed value, this year's market value, this year's assessed value, this year's state equalizer. The state equalizer is voted on by the Department of Revenue. They come together and say, how can we make Cook County equal with all of the other counties in Illinois? And then they come up with a number. That number is universal to everyone in Cook County. Then you have your local township tax rate, which again covers this information here. Each township has its own specific tax rate. There are 38 different townships. Some townships have more than one tax rate inside of it. So just be aware of who you are, or where you are, sorry, what your township is. And then it gives you your information or your amount due before exemptions. And then right here in the red, this is what everyone's excited about. Here are your discounts. Your homeowner exemption would be here. Your senior citizen exemption would be here. Senior freeze would be here. Disabled person would be here. Disabled veteran would be here. Returning veteran would be here. All of those will be listed here. Now, why are we here? Every 3 years, properties get reassessed. We are currently in 2020. Very quick shout out to Nicole for this super simple graphic. She's in charge of taking complex ideas and making them nice and simple for everyone. So 2020, the southern parts of the county, which are these yellow portions, are being reassessed right now. Next year is the city, which are these baby blue portions. They will be reassessed next year. And then the year after that, the northern tribe, which are these dark blue, will be reassessed after that. And then it starts all over again every 3 years. Assessor Kagi's goal is to be honest, man. Make property taxes fair, accurate, and transparent as humanly possible. We understand that, well, we hope you understand it is our goal to get things right the first time. But we understand that we don't live in a perfect world. So there may be mistakes along the road, and that's why you're here today, right? So you have an estimated fair market value. You have a value on your home. From there, you have a decision to make. Can you sell your home for what our office says it's worth? Very simple. If the answer is yes, then you probably shouldn't be appealing. If the answer is no, no way, of course not, that's absurd, then you probably want to be appealing. But when you appeal, you need a reason, right? You can't just say, hey, my neighbor is doing it, or my friends are doing it, or no, we need a reason why you are appealing. After that, you submit your appeal, and analysts will then review it, and then they will determine if there will be a decrease or a no change. Now, everything I just talked about, we're going to go over. I know I did it kind of fast, but we're going to go over. I'm going to leave this screen on very quickly. For those of you all who are maybe you're on the run, or you're watching this on, you rewound this part to get here. Go ahead and take a picture of this, because maybe you have to leave, you have to do something, you have to take care of your family, maybe you're still stuck doing e-learning. But go ahead and take a screenshot of this. If you want to file an appeal, you would go to cookcountyassessor.com/online-appeals with an S. From there, our online portal will then guide you through everything. Sorry. You can start your appeal, you can draft it, you can save it, you can edit it, but once you submit it, it is done, it is final. From there, you can also submit additional documentation. And please, 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 please understand that everything from our office is free. Can you pay someone to do this for you? Absolutely. You can do whatever you want, but you don't have to. And a quick little change that we made, if you've been, if you're a veteran with us, right, you've been appealing for years, you know that in the past, we would have a 40-day window, and then a 8-day additional documentation window, and then a 3 to 5 day re-review. It was all confusing. So now going forward, we have 35 days to file everything. Try to make that as easy as possible. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm actually going to walk you through how to do this. So you would go to cookcountyassessor.com, not there, right there. cookcountyassessor.com. All right. You would hover over appeals. You would go to online appeals. And then from there, you'll see a cool little video that our office made for visual people like me. I'm super visual. I can read something. It doesn't mean anything to me, but if I see it, I got it. And then underneath there are the list of requirements or the different things you're going to need. So what you want to do from here is you want to scroll down and click on Launch Online Appeal Portal. Should be in blue. Once you click on there, you get to this screen, and then you have to make an account. I did mine from my cell phone. You can do it from your iPad, from your laptop, from your phone, from the comfort of your sofa, wherever you want, you can do this. And then once you do that, you're taken to a screen that asks you what kind of appeal do you want to do. For the most part, everyone here, we're going to do a residential appeal, unless you have a condo. If you have a condo, you would then click condo. Very simple. So once you click that, we're all in, baby. So from here, we just have a couple questions to answer. So the first one, verify your parcel. We just want to know if you are, why did my camera do that? We want to know what the property is, right? So please give us the PIN number, give us the address, the zip code, and the property class. Super simple. This is all information that, again, can be found on your tax bill or your reassessment notice. So these things right here, they can be found, all the information you need can be found on this document or this document. Now we need to cover certificate of heirs, right? So here's the thing. When people appeal, okay, I just want to be, I don't know. All right, look, so when people appeal, here's the reality, guys. There has to be a factual error, right? So for example, some people do have a situation where they've been being assessed incorrectly for multiple years. If that is the case, this is where you would fix that, right? So for an example, our office for the last 5 years has said your home is not actually a home. It's really a building with 6 apartments or less. But you know that that's incorrect. And you want to let our office know, hey, guys, you've been assessing me incorrectly for the last few years, and I want to fix that. This is where you would fix that. But again, you only want to do that with factual errors. So not just because you think your value is not good enough or we assessed you incorrectly. No. This means there's a factual error, right? Next, we want to just make sure that there are no additional pins to this property, or if there are, you want to let us know. What does that mean, right? Well, some properties sit on multiple lots. That means they have multiple PIN numbers. How do you know if you have multiple PIN numbers? You would get more than one tax bill in February and July. You would get 2 tax bills or 3 tax bills. So instead of getting 2 in total for the whole year, you would get 4 or 5 or 6 for the whole year. Next, we want to know who you are. Super simple. What's your name? Where you from? What's your business? No, I'm just kidding. But we want to know who you are. So all you have to do is click on the little down arrow. Let us know, are you the taxpayer? Are you the owner? Are you the tenant? Are you the former taxpayer? Are you the executor? Who are you? Are you even allowed to appeal for this property, right? From there, we need your name, we need your address, we need your phone number, and we need your email address as well. This is probably, this property characteristics slide is probably where a lot of people are going to be focusing, because one of the biggest complaints we get every year or every appeal time is, hey guys, my property is not 100 years old. Or hey guys, my home is not 2 stories, there's only 1. Or hey, I only got 2 units, not 3. Or hey, my home's masonry, it ain't frame. But I would never have a frame house, right? Some people, that is just their reality, that their characteristics were incorrect. So this is where one would fix those, right? You just click on what is correct and just edit what you need to edit. And it's super simple. Now for the juicy part. So earlier I said you cannot appeal just because you want to appeal. You have to have a reason for appealing, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over these appeals right now. I'm sorry, I'm getting a headache. I'm going to go over these appeals right now, these reasons for appealing right now, and then you can kind of figure out which one you want to do, right? So the first one is lack of uniformity. That means Theresa and I live in the same neighborhood, house built by the same person, same size, same color, same make, masonry, same everything. But for whatever reason, her value is less than mine, which probably means my tax bill is greater than hers. And I want to know why mine is not uniform to all of my other neighbors around me whose homes are similar to mine. The next one is overvaluation. This is probably everyone here, right? There's no way my house is worth this much. If my house was worth this much, I would give you the keys right now. Dang, I always tell myself have keys available so I can do that part, and I always forget. Fun fact, you can also select as many options as you want as long as they apply to you. The next one is vacancy. That means you have an empty property. How do you prove you have an empty property? Just by taking pictures. Go ahead and grab your cell phone and take a picture. And then from there, you would submit it on the next portion or two slides up when I'm going to take you there. The next one is fire damage, self-explanatory. If there is a fire, we need the fire reports. We need the police reports, insurance claims, estimates, pictures, all of that. Property description error, we just talked about that. That's the previous slide. If there is something wrong here, go ahead and fix it and just let us know. The next one is building is uninhabitable. That means you physically cannot live there. It does not mean my wallpaper is ugly or my kitchen is small or my husband still lives there or my wife still lives there. That's not what it means. It means you physically cannot live there, right? The next one is building no longer exists. Another one that's self-explanatory. And other is different. Other is for the different things that may occur that are not on our list, right? So for example, it's a crazy rainy day, lightning comes and it hits a tree in front of your house, the tree falls on your house. That's not on here. That's not a reason on our appeals. So that's kind of information you would want to let us know. Something that's not here. This next part is interesting, right? Field check request. So if you want to request a field check, make sure you click yes and let us know why. Here is what a field check is. A field check is having someone from our field department go out and redraw and remeasure your property, right? We do all of these things from the outside. We do not need to go inside. If you have any questions on, why someone is there or who they are, everyone from the county must have this on them I can't even get mine out. Must have this on them. Oh my gosh. At all times, right? So it's a county issued ID. Make sure there's nothing important on here. All right. A county issued ID. Everyone has one. Just ask them to see it. And they should be able to provide that with you with no issue. If they do not have one of these, they're probably not from the county and you should probably call the cops. Now, attachments. So a lot of people wonder if they have to provide comparable properties, right? You do not have to submit comparable properties with your appeal. Someone from our office will do that for you. However, we understand that maybe you might have some that you want to submit, right? So if that is the case, then this is where you would do that at. And I would just encourage you, if you are going to submit any type of documentation or anything that you want to upload, just be aware of what you're uploading and where you're uploading it to. Not necessarily the name of the upload, like age change affidavit, that doesn't always have to go here, but just look at your size, right? So you can only attach 10 files here. The file types allowed are only documents, Excel, PDF, text, GIF, JPEG, picture, or TIFF, right? So just be careful what you're uploading and where you're uploading it so it makes sense. For example, the file size on age change affidavit is different from the file size of the appraisal. So just pay attention to what you're uploading and where you're uploading. Next, we just want to know who you are. The legal notice, right? The thing that kind of makes this official. Read the red writing. Please be advised that once you check submit, you will not be able to make changes or add additional documents to this filing. Ladies and gentlemen, we get this every day. Hey guys, I submitted my appeal. Here's my filing ID, but I forgot to ask them, can you add it? The answer is no. So please do everything ahead of time. Please double check your work, triple check your work, measure twice, cut once. Once you're ready to click submit, you're going to get a big, are you sure you want to submit this filing? The answer is yes. Go ahead and submit that. And then this is going to pop up on your screen. Can we all just pay attention? Can you get a little closer? Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Okay. Pay attention here. This says confirmation. Thank you. Your request has been successfully submitted. Filing ID 3966. Any additional communication needed to complete processing your request will be sent to the email address attached to this account. Please print off a copy of this filing for your records. Guys, this is your confirmation page. Will you receive an email confirmation? Yes, but it's going to be a little bit later in time due to, the pandemic that's happening right now. But this is your confirmation, so please go ahead and save this. Make sure you have this information. So, one second, so that you don't have to worry about your filing ID or anything like that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop my screen. We're going to bring in Theresa.
Hey.
And we're gonna do some Q&As, Theresa.
Yes. All right, let's get it going, Hector.
All right, so we have Angelina in the background. She's going to pick the questions. This is kind of like Wheel of Fortune. Just kidding. No, it's not. But so
that was Vanna White.
You can't be Vanna White. Come on. Because then I have to be Pat Sajak. Come on, man. And have hair like me. Priscilla, how you doing?
Hello, Priscilla.
Don't mind my daughter's e-learning junk, guys. All right, Joanne Becker. How does one get emailed the slides? Interesting question. I'm not sure. I don't know. We can definitely ask though. So if you actually what you can do is someone's going to put the link in the comments right now. We have these videos with all this information already on it. So you can go ahead and watch those, but we'll definitely get back to you, Joanne. Go ahead and send us an inbox with this. And this is a YouTube question too. This is worth 10 points. So go ahead and follow us on social media. So that's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, DM us, and then we'll get back to you with this. Zia Marie, thanks for doing this, Hector. Theresa and Alderman Hopkins. Yeah, shout out to Alderman Hopkins.
Thank you.
This is fun. All right, Theresa, go ahead. Go ahead and take this one.
Okay, so she says, if I mail my application, how do I know if you received it? All right. So one thing that you can do if you know if we received, you can always email us on our website and we can tell you if we received and processed your documentation. That's the fastest way, by emailing us. Or if you want to have, if you really want to find out if it's been processed or not, you can also check your website as well if your application.
Sorry,
that's okay. That's your pit bull, huh, Hector? He's come to save us. So yeah, you can just email us and we can give you the information to find out if we've processed your application.
Beautiful. I see we have I see we have a question here in Spanish. Let me get to that one real quick. Preguntas en español serán respondidas. Anyone who doesn't have English or doesn't use English as their first language and you prefer Spanish, go ahead and let us know. We definitely have members of our team that are bilingual. We have members on our team that are trilingual, and they will definitely help you answer any and all questions that you have. Jeanette Aguilar says, is there someone we can contact to assist in Spanish? Absolutely. Look at that.
For sure.
So Jeanette, actually what you can do, send us a inbox because you're on Facebook, and then we'll have somebody respond to you in Spanish, okay? Go ahead, Theresa.
So Shambavi says, hello, thanks for this presentation. They bought a place and the value we bought is for significantly lower than the tax assessed value. Is it possible to appeal the 2019 taxes now? So I would not, definitely not. You purchased a house for a significantly lower than the assessed value. Me personally, I would not appeal the assessed value.
And it's and depending on when you purchased your property, right? So you're saying it's impossible to appeal the 2019 taxes now. So I'm assuming you mean the tax bill you just received. Unfortunately, you cannot.
No, she cannot.
Yeah, you cannot. What you can do is check out our website, cookcountyassessor.com. Look at our deadlines. Find what township you have. Your township's on the top right-hand corner of your tax bill. See when your deadline is, and go ahead and appeal if you are able to. If you've missed your deadline with our office, you can contact the Cook County Board of Review. You can just Google Cook County Board of Review. and you can see if you can appeal through them.
Exactly.
All right, what's next? How you doing, Kim? I am sorry I had joined late. What is the website you are using to appeal taxes? Also, is there a charge to appeal? Just wanted to confirm a resident can do this appeal on their own, or is there an attorney needed to complete? Absolutely not. Go ahead, Theresa.
So everything's free at the assessor's office. It's free to file your appeal, free to file your exemptions. You don't need an attorney. It's free. You can do your appeal on your own. And also, we have some great videos on our website that can actually walk you through all the steps in filing an appeal. Our website is phenomenal. We have a great team that designed it. Anyone can use it, so you can appeal on your own. We're going to drop the link in the chat box for your online appeal. I'm going to do that right now for you, and so that you can have it. We also, we're here for you at all times. So it's right there in our web, in the chat box. So you can see where, in the comment section, definitely.
All right, Patricia.
I'll take this one.
Go ahead. Okay, Theresa, go ahead.
All right, I'm on a roll, Hector. Let me get this. So if I turn 65 this year in September, can I file for a senior exemption with the appeal, or should I do those separately? Now, if you're born 1954 or prior, which apparently you just turned 65 this year, so you're probably born in 1955, you are eligible next year in February. You can file for your exemption. All right. Now, if the second part of this question is, should you do these separately? Definitely, you do them separately because there are two different things. One is a savings. The exemption is for your savings, and your appeal, you're appealing your assessed value. You're not appealing your exemption. You're appealing the assessed value that we have placed on your property. Okay. So next year in 2021 in February is most likely when our forms are developed. Mm-hmm. You can file for your senior exemption. Okay. And you can also file online. And one of the great things about our office is that once you apply for your exemptions, you don't have to apply again.
So I don't got to apply again?
Don't have to apply.
So my mom
it's automatic.
Apply again?
So you're not a senior, Hector.
My grandma don't got to apply again?
Well, your grandmother's a senior, so we've made it that easy.
My grandma 80.
Oh, okay, well.
All right, next question. Naya, hello, should I hire a lawyer? Are the savings same if I do appeal on my own? That's a layered question, so let's break this down, Naya. Do you need a lawyer? Absolutely not. I literally just walked you through the appeal, and we also have videos that walk you through the appeal. You can do this on your own. Are the savings? I'm assuming you mean the dollar savings the same. I don't know. I don't know what that attorney is going to do. I know that if you do it with our office, we're going to do the best that we can, and we're going to make sure that we do this correctly. So I would just go ahead and try it. You have absolutely every right to use an attorney, but there is no advantage whatsoever. And when is
that timeline? So which timeline are you speaking about? If you can be a little bit more specific, are you talking about the exemptions or the appeals? If you're talking about your appeal timeline, it's on our website under appeals, dates, and deadlines. I'm going to actually drop that in the chat box, the calendar and deadlines. So you have to look at our appeals and deadlines to see when your township is open.
That's what I'm talking about. Theresa, you got all them little, I see you got them all on the side. I see you.
I'm trying to get them, Hector. I'm trying to get them.
I see you. All right, what's next? When do we get our results after you appeal? All right, so this is a different kind of question, Linda. So typically, it's about 2 to 3 months, depending on the situation, right? So on a really simple appeal, that long. On a complicated appeal, meaning you're appealing for something other than, hey, I just don't agree with the value, it'll be a little bit longer. Now, during COVID, all of that gets extended. So what I would do is make sure you appeal online, make sure you have a valid email address, and what will happen is we will be in contact with you that way. You can also go to our website, cookcountyassessor.com, after you appeal, put in your PIN number, check the appeal process, and it'll let you know where you are there, if your appeal is being processed, or if you have a decision. Can you please share your PowerPoint presentation?
So
Naya, I just work here, Naya. All right, like, I don't make those decisions. I know I look like I have some authority. I know Theresa look like she's the boss around here. We just work.
Yeah,
here.
We just wear glasses. That's all.
Yeah, that's all. We just look smart. You know what I mean?
That's it. But what you can do, I know there's a lot of questions asking about the PowerPoint presentation, but this is online. You can just go back and just play it again and rewind and rewind and play it again and pause it.
Reverse now, y'all.
And look at our great faces.
Yeah. And then cha-cha one time. All right, after that, we got Tiffany. If you appeal, is there a possibility that your taxes will increase? Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. No way.
Worst case scenario, Theresa, what happens?
Yeah, because the worst case scenario is that it would just stay the same.
Nothing happens.
And that's it. Nothing happens. So you definitely, if you feel that your assessed value is, you've been overly assessed, you should file an appeal and file online.
Unless we're not accusing, Miss Tiffany, we're not accusing you of nothing. But unless you are taking advantage of the situation, you're not being truthful. Once that appeal is processed and we find out there is in fact a home here and it's not vacant land, you will be back taxed. There will be penalties and interest. It'll be bad for you. You will be on the news. You will be on channel 2, channel 5, channel 7, channel 9. It'll just look bad for you and the whole community. So don't do that. All right. Next, James, would you consider for an appeal a CMA report for property comparables? So again, James, first of all, thank you. YouTube comment worth 10 points. You don't need to provide our office with comparables, right? Our office is going to do that for you. If you do have a list of comparables, or you have a spreadsheet of comparables, or you have, in some townships, depending where you live at, it's inside of the newspaper, like the South Star or the.
Or they visit their township assessor.
Yeah, or you get it from the township assessor's office. You can submit that as well, but again, it's not necessary.
But you can submit whatever you have that you believe that support your claim that you've been overvalued. We would definitely accept it.
Absolutely. Dylan says, was there recently a Cook County vote in the last few years to allow for an exemption for homeowners who lived in the same house for over 10 years? So go ahead.
Is that for the, I guess he's talking about the long-time exemption. Okay, so the long-time exemption, it works like this. You must have been in your house over 10 years, at least 10 years. Your household income must be less than 100,000. And your equalized assessed value must have gone up significantly. Now, what is significant?
Real quick, Theresa, I'm going to take them to that so they know what we're talking about. Go ahead.
All right. Well, okay, take us to that.
Yeah, I'm just going to put it on the screen so they can see.
Okay. Well, let's see that
number right here. The equalized assessed
value.
This number.
Oh, yes, exactly, Hector. Thank you for that. That number must have been increasing. Okay. Now, if you want to find out if, in fact, you qualify, you can email us and we can find out for us.
Absolutely.
Now, however, there's 1.8 million parcels in Cook County. We actually sent out the letters automatically that of the taxpayers that had qualified, okay, for this exemption. We know. No, we don't know your income, but we know if your assessed value has increased over the course of the years. And so based on that, we've sent out you the application. Now, if you feel as though that we have omitted you in error, we definitely can send you an application out. But exemption is called a long-time exemption.
For sure. For the exemption, is there a time? Mira, Naya, this is like your 10th. No, I'm just kidding. Look, you can definitely do this. There are timelines for there are deadlines for every exemption that we have. The deadlines were in February, March, April, and May. And then COVID hit and we extended them all the way to September 11th. So anyone who didn't make it up to September 11th, there's probably a chance that that it was not put on the tax bill going this far. Oh my gosh, it was not put on the tax bill that's due in October. So what you want to do is just contact our office. We have a certificate of error program, which is different than the appeal side. This is for anyone who's missing exemptions from 2016, 17, 18, 19. That link's actually already in the comment section. So we're going to have somebody post it again. Go ahead and click there. And we appreciate you too, Naya. We're your biggest fans.
And Naya, and just like Hector said, sorry about that.
This is you, Theresa.
When do you hear back about your appeal? Is there a timeline to hear back about your appeal status? Well, as Hector stated before, we had that question a little prior. It takes at least 90 days. We're going to say at least 3 months. Now, take in mind now we are in a era, in a pandemic time, that this is something that's unusual. So we are not saying exactly 90 days, but what you can do is check our website, put in your PIN number, go up under appeal status, and check the status of your appeal. So we can't basically say, 45 days or 60 days. It could be sooner, but right now we're going to say at least up to 90 days.
That's right. And shout out to Priscilla. I'm watching the comments, and she's in here putting all the answers as we say them. So great.
Thanks, Priscilla.
Kim, I live in a different county. Is there a different website to appeal tax from each county? Absolutely.
Oh, for sure.
You have to figure out what county you live in, and each county is assessed differently. Cook County residential properties is assessed at 10%, commercial 25%. Everywhere else is 33 and a third percent. I know that math means nothing to you, but just figure out where you live at, what county you live in. Just Google Cook County Assessor's Office, Will County Assessor's Office, DuPage County Assessor's Office.
Kane County.
County, Kankakee County. Come on, let's come on.
Definitely.
Tiffany, I'll do this one. Tiffany,
right,
I'm planning on selling my house soon, but need to appeal. Will I still be able to do so, or must I live in the house until I receive results of appeal? So your question is kind of hidden in there. So the question is, can you appeal? Yes, you can. You can appeal any property you own. You don't need to be living in the home to appeal it. You do have to own it. So you can rent out the property and appeal it, but you can't sell it and then try to appeal. Like, it's not going to work. You have to, must be owner occupied. I'm sorry. You have to own it before if you want to appeal it. Cook County Assessor's Office says, like this comment if you are feeling Hector and Theresa's energy.
Hey, now.
You see how we do this in real life. We have music. It's fun. We're stuck in our houses. How you doing, Miss Tiffany?
Hey, Miss Poole. How you doing? Thanks for coming out. And
yeah, thank you. We got 33 people watching.
Oh, for sure. We love this. This is what we do.
Kim, you both are awesome. Appreciate it.
Oh, thank you, Kim.
Big shout out to Theresa.
Shout out to Kim.
Shout out to Theresa, guys. When I started, I was working with her as well, her and Priscilla, and they both helped me. They both molded me.
Thank you, Shambi.
Is that all we got? Those are all the questions we got?
That's it, Hector? Oh, wow. This is great.
All right. Well, then, guys, if there is nothing else, we want to thank you guys for being here with us tonight.
Oh, for sure.
We appreciate your time. We know it's dinner time. We know that it's put the kids to sleep because e-learning's trash. And we just appreciate you guys. You guys have a safe night. Be wise, be safe, and above all else, be blessed. Theresa, we do have an announcement to make.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yeah. Right now, we are currently streaming on Facebook and YouTube. But I heard you're going to kind of be overseeing a new platform that we're going to be streaming off of. You want to talk about that? Don't give no dates. Don't give no dates, but
no. So we don't have any dates right now planned. And I want to thank everyone for attending this event tonight. It's really truly a pleasure to be able to serve each and every one of you. The Cook County Assessor Fritz Kagi, I'm sure he appreciated it as well. I definitely know that he would have been here if he could. We want to thank everyone here for allowing us to be here. The Alderman, we want to thank you so much for having us here. So yes, I will be hosting a little event that's called Takeover, Theresa's Takeover. So you'll be able to send in your questions live on Instagram. So thank you for that, Hector. Thanks for reminding me. And again, thanks. Have a good night, everyone.
Takeover. You need some theme music.
I need some theme music. Okay, I have to think about something.
Like Theresa's Takeover. Something. I don't know. Okay. But we're going to work it out.
All right, we got to work it out. Thank you, because you're the musician, so you'll figure it out.
All right, good night. Good
All right,
night.
thanks, everyone. Have a good night.
We'll be back here again soon. Just follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and you'll be up to date with everything that we have. We love you guys. Have a good night.